Welcome to the Fire Sprinkler Podcast with Chris and Logan. Handheld, high-speed, and precise every time. Say goodbye to broken wrists, pilot bits, and off-center outlets. Start saving installation time and tool costs from the first cut. Change the way you fabricate sprinkler systems by visiting snapdrill.no today.
Like and subscribe.
Hey everybody, thanks for tuning into this episode of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast. This episode, I have Martin from Snapdrill. Martin, how's it going today?
I'm great. Sun is finally out here in Norway. People are happy, out of the winter for sure, so couldn't be better. How about yourself?
So far, so good. It's earlier, substantially earlier in the day than it is over in
Sorry
Norway.
to be waking you up.
Oh, it's not too bad. I got kids. I've been up for a while. 6 hour difference, I think it is right now.
Yeah, 6 hours. We're 6 hours ahead of you.
Yeah, I just finished a coffee and you're going on your second or third beer.
Yeah. That's about it.
Yeah. So Martin here is from Snapdrill, and if you haven't seen any of the stuff on Snapdrill on any social media, I highly recommend you go and check it out. Snapdrill is a new product that him and his family created. You know what? Why don't we start with who you are and what you do with Snapdrill, and then we'll get into the nitty gritty.
Well, I think the question might be, what do I don't do in the Snapdrill company? Well, like just put it like shortly, it's I do all the talking and that stuff, marketing, business. I'm sort of the general manager of the company, and my father, who is the inventor of the product, does all the engineering work together with his team in his business. So I'm kind of only on the commercial side. But I do, as a side note, I have a couple of things that I've managed to put into the product in the year that I've been working with it. So I'm quite happy. That's probably one of the bigger achievements aside from the sales things.
You're not just a pretty face, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if you're not familiar, and if you are on YouTube or seeing any videos, this is the Snapdrill. It's quite the contraption. I will say I had my reservations when you talked to me and called me and said you wanted to send me it to try it out. One thing about this industry is not really susceptible to change. And so when you told me what you were thinking, I was like, let's give it a shot. You sent it to me. I gotta say, I was pleasantly surprised. There has been a couple products that have come out in the past couple of years that the people are talking about changing the game and drilling into pipe and sprinkler fabrication and stuff like that. And yours is the one that I can say with pretty good confidence has the best chance of doing it. It's well built. It works the way it's supposed to work. It's very intuitive. Once you get it and you use it once or twice, it's I was surprised. I wanted, when I first got it, I liked it. I liked you. I wanted to find something with it. And I managed after, I think I've had this thing for three months, maybe 4 months. I've managed to find two minor things, which it's a very quick fix for the guys in the field to find. But I only found two things that I didn't really like with it. It's well built, it drills fast, and I think it's a great product. So first of all, Martin, what the hell is this thing?
The Snapdrill is as far as we know, the only handheld and automatic hole cutting tool for pipes. So it's a self-centering tool, first of all, which comes from the people. I'm guessing a lot of people watch the video, so I have one here as well. You can see this is our smallest model, which is built for 1 1/4 and 1.5 inch pipe, and you can see the jaws that's built into the body here. This is actually designed for like two, as I mentioned, two pipe sizes. And you have the clamping system here, which makes it actually impossible to drill out of center of the pipe if you have a a somewhat symmetrical pipe.
We tend to use round pipe here.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
Yeah, square pipe didn't really catch on as much as they wanted it to. So the way it works, self-leveling, but you still have to install it properly, obviously. It's got this leveler on the side. If you're drilling it off the top or the bottom, if you're drilling it off the side, obviously, center the bubble, and away you go. You clamp it on. It's quick to clamp on. It's quick to come off. The first time you use it, it's probably going to be a little bit slower, but as soon as you get that locked on, you're gonna rock and roll with it. Where did the idea come from, and how long did it take you to get from concept to this piece of machinery that we have here now?
This thing.
This thing.
Yeah, it started 4.5 years ago. We experienced a rather big recession in Norway, and I can imagine that most of the people listening to the podcast might not even know what Norway is. So we're not the capital of Sweden. we're a country in the north of Europe, and we're big on the oil and gas sector, offshore oil and gas sector, because we discovered oil in the late 60s in Norway, and that's been the basis of our wealth ever since. And when there was a big surplus in the oil market, it kind of hit us hard in 2016. And my father, he works mainly with this business in his machining facility, or CNC machining shop. So when the recession hit, he had to let, I think it was around 15 of his 70 people go, as well as 15 to 20 people he had to had on furlough. So times were pretty rough. It was kind of looking bleak at times. We didn't know if the business would recover at any time. So on our Christmas dinner, we have my family. We celebrate Christmas on the 24th, and on the Christmas dinner we had, we always kind of have heated discussions about pretty much everything. Especially
what family doesn't?
What family doesn't? So that's not different in Norway. I can certainly tell that. So my uncle is a plumber, my mother's brother, and he has been a plumber for almost 30 years, and he works for one of the biggest contractors in the area here in the southwest of Norway. And they're big on sprinkler. We don't have a special education for sprinkler fitters in Norway, but the plumbers do heating and everything that is about pipe. And some contractors are getting very big on sprinkler. And then
let's take 2 seconds to let everybody rant and rave about that for a minute. Okay, continue.
Plumbers doing sprinkler.
That's right.
the radical statement coming from the Norwegian here.
You're off to a good start.
Yeah, off to a good start. Who's gonna believe me now? So he goes into a discussion with my father, who's very eager to find new places to use their high-end machining capabilities and experience. There has to be some kind of problem that I can solve in your trade. Then he actually comes up with what he describes as one of the biggest pains in his workday, because in Norway we don't have too much prefabrication in sprinkler projects. And then he told him about drilling hole in steel pipe, and my father was taken aback of how many holes he actually needed to drill on the different projects that he was working on. Some projects it could be he had to do 50 to 100 a day, maybe 1,000, a couple of thousand on a medium-sized project. So he was very turned on to the idea of solving that problem. And as you maybe imagine, the discussion went further and further in that at the Christmas dinner, and it ended up on being a clamping device that lets you cut into the pipe. So the first thing was this was sketched onto a white napkin. That's the start of it. So yeah, that's the start. There, that's where the idea came from, solving the cutting problem for fab on site.
And how long did it take you guys to go from the napkin to have a engineered set of drawings put together and ready to start ripping across the machine, CNC machine?
The drawings, like the napkin, was handed over to one of our engineers, who's you could say is a veteran in the business, in the trade. He was actually involved with constructing. We had actually had a quite a large business for making what is it even called? The things you dig with on a construction site.
Okay, excavators.
Excavators, like
Yep.
large hydraulic. He worked with hydraulics, so it's kind of his thing with special tools. So from there, they went through a couple of prototypes within the year that were to some extent successful. It didn't really function the way we wanted it, or the way my father wanted it. So and we tried getting hold of a couple of companies that might want to test out or help us with the development, and it didn't quite go as planned. We didn't get the support that we hoped for, and the project kind of just continued on being my father's like side project and having like a hope for it being the next big thing for his business. So after another year, the tool pretty much looked like this. So it was a couple of years. It started to look like this, but he started the process again of trying to find some good partners, and kind of well, it didn't happen that time either. Some people are a bit conservative, and it didn't meet the right people. So it was kind of put on hold for 1.5 years. And then when in the beginning of last year, he wanted to like go for it, because he gotten a couple of pre-orders from people companies he showed it to, and then I kind of got involved because can't you sell this thing? Can't you sell this thing for me? I was like, yeah, sure. I was really excited about the idea, and I got involved, and haven't looked back.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're not watching it, I recommend go onto the YouTube channel and check this out. I'm going to be doing a video review of how it works, what I like about it, what I don't like about it. So out of all the people that have these things and are using these things, same thing I ask everybody that sends me a tool: what is the biggest concern or negative feedback that you're getting from anybody out there? On the spot.
On the spot. Biggest negative thing is among the rare cases where it doesn't work. Because
okay.
yeah, because it's quite rare still, because we've obviously with a new product you have to improve as we're going along. So we're always staying in close contact with our users, so we can improve upon the things that they notice, because they are our most important test personnel. Absolutely. So the biggest issue is probably when people when it doesn't work for a second, because people get used to having like the more effective way to do it, and they can't go, they don't want to go back.
Right. There's
And
one thing about this industry is it does not like change.
and when you get the change, they don't look back again.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. I think this thing has the potential to change the way on-site fabrication is done.
Wow.
It's one of the it's one of those things where right now the way we do things is we have a drill press that's semi-portable. It comes apart with a couple bolts, and we'll bring it to job sites that we have to do a lot of on-site fabrication for. This thing saves that. This now becomes our drill press, to the point where one of my guys, when he was drilling and doing multiple outlets on a single piece of pipe, this thing backs out, tightens up. He would drill a hole, loosen it off just a little bit, have the drill hooked up and release this thing, and then he would just slide it down the pipe to his next mark and drill it. He wouldn't actually completely remove it from the pipe. He would just slide it down. I think he just kept, I don't think he opened the thing all the way once when he was fabbing all the pipe. He would just slip it on the end, clamp it into the tripod, and away he went. Just drilled them all, and they were all bang on.
Good to hear.
The two things that I think are concernable to me, and this is just, you know, my opinion and the way we do things, is the fact that there's no pilot bit on the inside there. So there's no way to catch the, everybody calls it a different thing. We call it a coupon, the cookie, the cutout disc, whatever you want to call it on the inside is going to fall into the pipe. Where that's a concern, if you're doing retrofit work on something, a vertical piece of pipe, the coupon's going in and it's going to the bottom and you got to try to fish it out. I mean, a magnet on the inside of that might fix that. Magnet on the inside connection here, if that was magnetized, that might help. The other thing would be is once you start drilling a hole in the pipe, you're committed.
Yeah.
So if there's any trapped water or anything in the pipe, with a 1/4 inch pilot bit, you drill that pilot bit through, and then if there's water there, you have a semi-controlled way of draining the piping. Ideally, you know, before you drain the pipe or before you drill that there's nothing in it. But you know, I doubt there's a fitter listening here that hasn't had a trap piece of pipe in a sprinkler when they pull it, or in a piece of pipe when they drill into it. Things happen. Those are the only real negative things that I could find about it. Everything else is fairly awesome. And the one issue with the pilot bit, one of my guys, when he was using it for service, all he would do is just drill it. It comes with an attachment to turn it into a regular drill. He would just put an 1/8 inch drill bit or a 1/4 inch drill bit in the drill and pre-drill.
Like a trial cut.
Just to make sure, right? On his first hole. Now it's a regular drill, and he plugged away that way.
Nice.
The drill that you guys are
using,
using,
the users are like our key. I would definitely say like a part of our personnel, because they are very involved with the product development.
Sure.
Because it's the improvements that we've made since the prototype, from like the commercial prototype from last year, are all based on customer feedback, and the tool itself is based on a user problem. Yeah, so that's really important. Like the level, this one didn't exist a year ago.
Okay.
So that's based on people wanting a built-in level. So after going a few rounds we ended up with the adjustable level.
It snaps in place in 45-degree intervals. That's, I mean, that's good. That's clutch. The speed adjustment.
The magnet is definitely one of the. It's always difficult to think about the negative things being put on the spot, but it's the thing about the magnet and the coupon falling into the pipe is always that always comes up. And working on a dry pipe, it's easy to just tell people have like a telescope magnet with you and pick it out. It's an easy fix, but we are looking into having a built-in magnet. The only potential downside of that is having the buildup of shavings inside of the hole saw, and then cutting. Then you have to like pick your fights with the tool potentially. Having longer tool life without the magnet, or shorter tool life with a magnet, because with the way it's working now, we have customers drilling easily, if they use it right, 800 to 1,000 holes with one hole saw.
Wow.
And I'm not sure what the lifetime would be if you have a buildup of shavings, but like you see when people want to drill standing like up from going in underside of the pipe, you have a somewhat shorter lifetime of the hole saw with shavings building inside of the hole saw. So it would probably be something like that. But if you remember to pick out the shavings with a magnet from time to time, I think it will be good. So that's one of the things we're looking into. But it's kind of expensive with the product development, so we have to take it step by step.
And you know what? Like, I mean, realistically, this is obviously it's expensive to develop a product, and it's probably really expensive to develop a product that's good.
Yeah.
When you have
Believe
all
me,
of
it
the things
was.
in place, buy yours now. It's when you get to the quality, the speed control for how fast you're drilling with. That was something that took me a little while to figure out what it actually did. I was constantly manipulating. I got it before you had the English instructions printed. So
Yeah.
we, like I said, I had it for a couple days. I had figured out how to use it in about 10 minutes and was drilling holes effectively within 10 minutes of opening the box. A couple minutes, I thought initially that I had to constantly manipulate this thing in order for it to go down. I thought this advanced the drill bit, but
Yeah,
that's just speed.
that's a
That's just
common
speed control.
that's a common misconception about the tool, because when people see uh, us turning the device, like because here, if the listeners can see the video here, you
Yep.
have the quick lock, which attaches it to the drive unit,
Yep.
and you have the feed nut, which doesn't manipulate when or how the drill bit is coming out. It's actually only maintaining or controlling the force of the drill bit.
Right. Yeah, the speed and how quick it's going to go through that steel. And so the first couple, I was playing with it, before I had it on the pipe and stuff, and I was, oh yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. But when you start cranking it down, that thing can drill. That thing can drill pretty quick when it wants to.
Yeah, it
And
can.
when you have it, and when you have it in forward, and not trying to beat the thing up, but trying to beat the thing up, it'll drill through the pipe on the fastest setting.
It
You
will,
can drill.
especially on the smaller hole saws. It will. I'm not going to say it drills faster than its own good for this model, because it works, but
Right.
you're going to expect a lower, a shorter lifetime on the hole saw with a faster
Sure.
cutting, obviously. But
Yep.
on the fastest setting on the hole saw that you got, you can drill a hole in about 4 to 5 seconds.
Yes.
Easily.
A clean hole in 4 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's sorry if I
But on
keep
the bigger
hitting the
size,
drill in
like
the
a
background
two
playing
and a
with it.
half inch or 2 inch, you're gonna run into some trouble if you're having on the max, like the Gear 2 and full torque, like full feed right away. You're gonna run into some issues.
Yeah. Now the hole saw, is this a proprietary hole saw, or is this a hole saw that can be picked up anywhere?
This is our design.
It's your design.
That we order, especially like custom from one of our suppliers.
Okay.
So it has it's treated, special treatment, and with wolfram carbide cutting teeth. So it's a hardened steel in
Okay.
the teeth.
And I mean, the thing bites. The good thing, it's not going to kick you off the drill if you're drilling with a regular hole saw and you end up catching a hard piece of pipe or hard piece of steel or going out of center. That drill's going to torque you and it's going to kick you. Because of the clamp that's on there, you no longer have that danger or hazard associated with drilling the hole. You're going to drill the hole faster. Slightly, I won't even say a slightly longer setup time. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison with two guys, one using a center punch hole saw and with a pilot bit, and then somebody centering with this thing, installing centering and drilling the hole. And I mean, I think it's going to be quicker. I think it's going to be substantially quicker in fabrication, on-site fabrication. Got to find the right job site that'll let me come on and do video of doing a side-by-side comparison of a system for a retrofit. But I think the potential's out there to do something like that. Oh, computer froze, or the camera froze here. But I think it's good. I think it's going to go quick. And I'm excited to see if you're willing to talk about it. Anything else that you guys might have coming out?
Well, we actually do. We just filed our second patent application.
Mm-hmm.
which is going to be based on the same kind of system. It is handheld, low weight, and automatic solution for the fire sprinkler applications.
Absolutely. And we don't have to say anything more than that. It's a fantastic idea. This is a great idea. This is a good product. I love this thing. The next product that we talked about, before we went on air, as soon as I can start talking about that thing, that's another one that I'm really, really excited for. That one's going to be a game changer in the industry as well. What's your distribution in North America as of right now?
As of now, we do not have any distribution in North America. We deal with everything directly with customers. We only have a couple of customers as of now, since well, it's far.
Yep.
It's an entirely different culture and trade, everything that we're used to, and being restricted by like travel restrictions, everything like that. Things get difficult, but I
Mhm.
have to say that the fact that we're the two of us are talking and everything with the tool has and the internet has just I'm blown away by how things have been going,
Yeah.
and having the possibility of connecting with many different people all over the globe just based on like having an interesting product. Well, I can say it's interesting. I'm probably a bit biased, but with
I have no skin in the game, and I think it's a good product. You want when somebody comes out with something to change the way that fire protection's been done for a number of years. My grandfather, when groove couplings first came out, oh, taking away labor, you're taking away man hours, da 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 da. Did not like groove couplings. I mean, guy was a monster. Loved threading 8-inch skid 40 pipe. I don't know anybody who loves threading and installing 8-inch skid 40, but an animal. Always when you go with changes in the industry, no to grooved pipe, no to flex drops, no to any big changes that are going to cost money, save money. Like I say, you evolve with the industry, or the industry is going to evolve without you. The faster we can install systems, the more likely fire protection is going to be installed in property, and the cost goes down. It comes down to whoever can install the systems the fastest is going to be the guy who's going to be installing them.
That's kind of what we're hoping. One of the things that we're hoping with the tool, because the health and safety concern was the original, and the convenience issues with like having a 40 pound or like a 23 kilo drill press carrying around. That's a problem on a work site, having like a heavy tools. And on a building site, you're not alone. You have to take the other trades into account, and having a lightweight tool is always like we see that as a big benefit for our customers, having something like nice and compact that you can use pretty much everywhere. You can drill as fast up in the air as you can on the ground with the tool. And I kind of lost my train of thought. I don't know if that's important in a podcast.
No, we just kind of go off the rails all the time, anyways. What sizes are available?
We have 6 models available at the moment, and they're pretty much based on the basic dimensions for fire sprinkler applications. And this model is for 1.25, 1.5-inch pipe. And the next model is 2-inch and 2.5-inch, and we have a new model which is for a 3-inch pipe, and then it's 4 and 6.
Wow, so you're covered up to 6-inch pipe. The only one 8-inch, but I mean, I won't say limited market. The market's still there for 8-inch pipe, but substantially, you've got the major pipe sizes, the majority of the pipe sizes that everybody's using, you're covered with. And then the hole saw sizes are available, I'm assuming, all the way up to 3-inch, 4-inch. What do you got?
The largest, I have to do some. I have to adapt slightly, considering with considerations to the target audience here.
Right.
We have up to 70 millimeters, which is, I think that's 2 3/4
Okay.
inch. That's the biggest that will be available in a couple of months. But the smallest is 15/16 and up
Okay.
to 2 3/4. And I think you have the 1 3/16 in your
Yes,
kit.
1 3/16. Yep. Awesome. Martin, thanks for coming on. Thanks for letting me demo this thing. I love it. I will figure out what we're going to do with this thing after the call, but I mean, if it takes a little while to ship out to you or ship back to you, we'll talk about that. If somebody wants to get more information about the Snapdrill, where do they go?
They go to the address www.snapdrill.no for Norway.
Snapdrill.no if you're looking for any more information. Martin, thanks for coming on. Thanks for letting me demo this thing, and we will see you in October in Vegas.
For everyone interested, and you're welcome, Chris. It's been a blast. For everyone interested in the Snapdrill, we will be making our US and North American debut on the North American Fire Sprinkler Expo in Las Vegas at booth 44.
Booth 44, and that's October 3rd to 5th.
Yes, I think so. And
might be 3rd to 5th.
As long as Mr. Biden lets us in, because for the moment we're not welcome.
You're welcome. It's just there's legalities there.
Yeah, there's some laws. I don't know too much about them, but hopefully we'll be welcome into the States in late September, and you could actually also book a live demo of the Snapdrill if you're based in California. We're doing a 1-week trip from most likely from San Francisco to LA and then up to Las Vegas. So if anyone's interested in meeting us and getting a demo, you can contact us.
Highly recommend you do this. The video really doesn't do it justice with how it's something you got to see. Like I said, pleasantly surprised with how effective and how intuitive and how easy the tool is to use and manipulate. Martin, thanks again.
See to believe.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. Thanks again, Martin.
Thank you so much.
Hey everyone, this episode of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast is done. If you liked this episode, leave a review, comment, or hop over to my social media pages and let me know. Just search Fire Sprinkler Podcast on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or LinkedIn. Don't forget to hashtag Fire Sprinkler Podcast and anything you think I should know about or see. If you have any suggestions for future episodes of the Fire Sprinkler Podcast, email info@firesprinklerpodcast.com. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time. Take care.